What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you about Lucid. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what's really moving it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So Lucid is up 6.16%, 269 the low, 288 the high, and a lot of good volume. So 77.2 million shares being traded, 108 is the average. And for those of you that follow my channel, I always like to go over where volume comes from, whether it be algorithmic trading, true buying, because algorithmic trading honestly does pump up a lot of stocks artificially, but based on the secondary market and also dark pool today, you are seeing legitimate buys. And a couple big ones here as well. So 850,000 shares. It looks like a duplicate order, and it was by the same entity based on at least the timestamp. So big money definitely is buying Lucid behind the scenes, seeing a lot of good value at these prices, despite there being no official news from Lucid. So a couple unofficial things did come out recently. One was this, so posted by Sean. It looks like he did a drive-by of the 𝗪𝗧𝗡 facility. So yeah, I think in reality, some people were somewhat not really happy by this deal, but I think this is really going to help, even though Lucid didn't mention it in the Q1 earnings, but this is going to help them move up the mid-size, whether it be a couple months or whatever else, but even just production-wise, this is going to be huge for Lucid. And I just wanted to kind of go over this. So technically all the equipment inside the facility is part of the deal. As far as I'm aware, all of the trucks is technically owned by the trustee who's administering the bankruptcy order for 𝗪𝗧𝗡𝗡𝗖𝗧. So technically, I don't believe these trucks are part of the deal. Even though it's on the lot itself, the trustee will be responsible for kind of picking those up and distributing or whatever else. But if that was somehow part of the deal, I think that'd be kind of icing on the cake. In reality, only other thing that did come out was this, posted by Lucid Oasis, and it looks as though Lucid finally gave Faisal a promotion. So he went from VP of Managing Director to President for the Middle East. So that's good stuff. I have a lot of respect for him. He is a straight shooter, knows what he's talking about, and he kind of knows what investors want to hear, and he's not fluffing it up because he's outright said negative things as well. So I definitely do think that this is a smart move for Lucid, in my opinion. But like I said, no news, no SEC filings, just a lot of unofficial things, I guess, on social media. You're seeing a battle today though, because shorts are currently increasing 2.49 million shares. So it's good to see them kind of lose some money today, but 28.76% of the free float is being shorted. So there is still a lot of shorts in Lucid. So Lucid really does need to capitalize on this good momentum. So if I were them, like, just put this right here, this Faisal news, in the form of a official PR. That way, technically the masses will be able to see it, because I'm sure there's a lot of people not on social media that do rely solely on these kind of news outlets such as Newswire and whatever else. So I think at the end of the day, Lucid does really need to step up that. But at the end of the day, like, Lucid could potentially have a nice little squeeze on their hands. Not mother of all short squeezes, but usually a good catalyst and some good momentum is all you need for shorts to kind of exit. So 354.73 million shares overall are being shorted, and that works out to be $944 million. So kind of crazy stuff. But moving on, looking at options, 2.55 million in calls, 91,000 in puts. 76% of all the options being done today are neutral in nature. And the reason why it's neutral is basically it's not on either side. It's not on the bid or the ask. It was kind of smack dab in the center. So nobody is able to tell whether that was a buy or a sell. But there was 1.6 million in premiums between 920 and 925. And if we kind of open this up, orient it based on the premium, this is where you're getting the neutral. So there was $1 million in premiums. A 250 call, June 20th, 2025, so 31 days away. 40 cent was the premium for that. So At the end of the day, like I said, it's can't really tell whether it's a buy or a sell. There was also another neutral one, 650,000. That one is a $3 call and July 18th, 2025. And based on just the price action today, it is fair to assume that the market is taking these as optimistic and like bullish. So even though the system's coding it as neutral, I would lean more towards the bullish side, in my opinion. But aside from all that fun stuff, though, based on the bulls, you are seeing a consensus for it to be roughly around that 3 to 350, and then the bears for it to be sub 250. So still, you're having a lot of kind of bearishness for that. But I think all in all, based on the momentum, definitely big things might be coming, or at least someone knows something. Right now with that 285, trading between this R1 and the pivot. So 274 is going to be a strong support, 287, then 296 is going to be the next strong target / resistance points. No real substantial articles coming out, no new analyst ratings. Or I guess I should clarify, no new price targets. So you did have one come out after hours yesterday. Andre Shepard, Cantor Fitzgerald. Andre has a 48% success rating. I actually even brought this up last week on how Andre Shepard seems to be giving re-ratings almost every 2 weeks. I'm not really sure why. Not really changing his price target. So still keeping the $3, but seems to be changing his analysis behind the scenes for whatever reason. I don't know what's up with that. So kind of weird, but there is a couple other analysts that do that type of just unofficial updates all the time. But again, that's kind of the only thing that essentially did come out on the actual chart itself. So currently it is above that 200-day moving average, and that was going to be a very big deal for Lucid. So you have this right here, that 100-day moving average at 263. So it is essentially, as long as they can hold above that 280 for today, this is where it can get into kind of breakout territory. So even though the broader market for the most part is selling off various fears associated to tariffs, Fed cuts, and whatever else, you're seeing Lucid kicking ass. So someone knows something clearly based on everything, options, the big transactions occurring after or on the dark pool as well. So yeah, I don't know. Just watch for that 280 mark, like I said, but even on a technical standpoint, things seem to be definitely heating up. So if it closes above that for 2 consecutive days, I would anticipate at least that 350 to somewhat be hit in the short term. So let me know your thoughts on Lucid. Are you buying? Are you selling? Do you think that potentially shorts know something? And actually now, just a quick update, they are increasing now 3.34 million. So you are essentially seeing a battle unfold right in front of our eyes. And this is probably what's causing a lot of these kind of pullbacks and these volatile swings right here. So it is definitely interesting to see big money kind of having opposite views of shorts. So let me know your viewpoint. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon and give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point. So definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.